Hey guys, Scar9 here, and welcome back to my channel today. Out of all of the information that we currently have for Destiny 2, we definitely have the least amount of information surrounding the raid. However, Luke Smith did an interview with multiplayer.it, which is an Italian website. I will have a link down below, but be prepared to use Google Translate if you do want to read it. And in this interview, we actually get the first pieces of information regarding the raid, including what is more than likely going to be the release date for the raid, which is very, very exciting. So let's go ahead and get into this. Now, during this interview, there were a couple of different questions asked about the raid. So first off, during the interview, it was said, quote, "Now I would like to talk about Destiny 2's raid. I know you can't give me any details, but I have two very quick questions. The first is, when can we expect to see the release? Will it be in the base game?" And to this, Luke Smith replied, "Yes, it will be in the game and will be available during the launch period, but I cannot give you a precise date at this time. Look, what I can tell you is that the first raid has a release date very similar to that of King's Fall and Wrath of the Machine. We will announce this date later, and it will be a date that will allow players to be powerful enough and equipped to face their challenge. We just have to wait till later in the summer to make it known." So this is very, very important. I'm not sure if the guy interviewing Luke Smith realized it, but Wrath of the Machine and King's Fall both came out exactly 3 days after their respective expansions launched. So based on the statement that the release of the raid is going to be very similar to that of Wrath of the Machine and King's Fall, there are two very likely dates for the release of Destiny 2's raid. One is either going to be the Friday following the DLC, which is September 8th, or exactly 3 days after the launch of Destiny 2, which would then be Saturday, September 9th. Now, of course, he did not give us an exact date, so it could in fact be on a later date, but based on this statement alone, I would say it is very likely to be on either one of those 2 days, which is pretty exciting. So make sure you take that with a grain of salt, but based on his words here, it is going to be the Friday after the release of Destiny 2. Then after this was cleared up, the interviewer posed the question, what kind of mechanics can we expect to see from this first raid? And to that, Luke Smith replied, quote, "I will try to answer you by telling you the emotions that players will experience, as I cannot go into detail. The raiding team has several children and likes them all in the same way with their features. The Vault of Glass is a raid that separates players before reuniting them at the end. Crota's End is a raid that has a kind of memory built around the hero who will use the sword. The King's Fall is a raid that will be remembered for absurd jump puzzles. Wrath of the Machine is a fully fledged meeting between team members. And the fifth incursion, what we want to accomplish is something that players can perceive as a real place. That's all I can tell you." So as you guys can tell, it's really difficult to get any information from that at all. They just want us to see this as a real place. Keep in mind this original interview was in Italian, so there could have been some information lost in translation, but just based off of this statement, I can't really get anything from that. You know, it's very clear what they're talking about with the other raids because we've already done them, but because we haven't seen anything from this raid yet, we're not really sure what to expect. We're just supposed to perceive it as a real place. So this makes me think the environment is going to be very fleshed out, but further than that, we don't really have any details on what to expect in terms of mechanics within the raid. So that is all of the information regarding the new raid in this interview. Like I said, I'll have a link down below. It is in Italian though, but this is pretty exciting. More than likely, it will be coming out the Friday after launch, which is really exciting. So what do you guys think about all of this information? Let me know down in the comment section below. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like rating and to share it with your friends. If you are interested in watching either of the 2 videos on screen, make sure you click their respective annotations to be taken to them. If you are brand new to my channel, make sure to hit the giant version of my logo to be subscribed for more awesome Destiny 2 videos and live streams. Thank you guys so much for watching today, and I will see you in my next video.